Hello, everybody. This is Mouse123123. Um, Making another video. I am finally off at university. I did it. I didn't think I would. And I honestly.
Zero people.
I had my doubts. I mean, I thought everything was going to go very wrong, but there was a lot that happened that got me here, and that got me to what you're at, to what I'm at now. What you are seeing in front of me is, I haven't done diaper
Zero
reviews
people
on this channel before. Sorry about the camera angle. I have not done diaper reviews on this channel before. At least, no, I lie. I have done diaper reviews on this channel before, just not like everyone else does them. I have a couple different diaper products that I'm going to review. I'm going to make separate videos about them.
Zero people.
And let me get this in the this thing's big. I have the Goodnights XXL that I'm reviewing. I deal with, because of the stress of what went on at my previous home before I went to college, I feel that this is an important backstory
Zero people.
to the reason I wear these. I deal with incontinence that was caused by nerve damage due to stress. The nerves that control my bladder have actually been weakened to a point that they cannot be repaired naturally. The procedure that I would have
Zero people.
potentially get that fixed actually costs several $1,000s, if not $50,000 out of pocket. But a pack of these only costs maybe $40. If you get the 54 case, you're going to be paying close to 50 something bucks, anywhere from 50 to 70 bucks.
Zero people.
Oh, this darn screen reader. I would turn down the volume, but I'm not going to do that. I use voiceover. I'm totally blind, so just bear in mind. Don't worry about the voiceover.
One face near top left edge. Near top edge.
Okay.
Near top left edge. Near top edge.
Alright, so that's a face reveal.
Near top right edge. Near left edge. Centered.
That is a face reveal there. That's me in the flesh. So
near top edge.
I assure you, this
Centered.
video is not AI generated.
One face centered.
You see me
near left edge.
Alright, so
centered.
Let's take
near right edge. Near top right edge. Near right edge. Centered.
Alright, so let's take a look at these Goodnights XXL diapers.
Near right edge. Near left edge.
These Goodnights
centered
diapers have actually, they do a great job. Now sometimes, though not all the time, I do deal with bowel incontinence. These hold both. I know that these are marketed as bedwetting diapers, but they can hold both bowel and urinary incontinence, albeit not a whole bunch of it. So don't go taking toilet clogging dumps in your Goodnights, folks. Don't do that. If you need a diaper that's going to handle a big poop, try the North Shore Megamax. or another diaper that I'm going to review. Um, and it's one by CVS Health. I actually do have the product there. Um, these Good Nights, and one thing that makes them stand out is if I can even get the phone in here to. Well, I'm putting my phone in the extra diaper. This is zone padding, so the extra zone protection is actually important for me because uh, I tend to go towards the front of the diaper, so the thicker the padding is at the front, the better. Also, what's not known about these, or really what might be known about these, depending on how savvy you are with these kinds of products, is see, the leak guards are actually very uniform towards the bottom. And this is me reviewing these Good Nights diapers from a blind person's perspective. These look and feel like toddler pull-ups, and me being an adult baby, that's the look I'm after. So it meets my everyday needs as well as the adult baby side of things. I will be getting different kinds of diapers to review because I think I am going to start doing diaper reviews on my channel as well. I know a lot of people have done it before and a lot of people get views for it.
One face near bottom right edge.
See, that's a glimpse of the diaper. That's a glimpse of the diaper. So, let me get a drink right quick. As you know, my music name is The Furry Baby. If anyone who knows me watches this video, you may know me. If you're at the college, you may know me as The Furry Baby, depending on what kind of association you have with me. These Good Nights XXL are great. Even for someone who is 22 years old, these, if you're within their rate, if you're within their weighted rate or whatever the heck it is, the rated weight range, these work wonderfully. I know they tell you not to poop in bedwetting diapers, but I've done it many times before and have had absolutely no problems with these. If anything, these, compared to other diapers, other store-bought diapers I've tried, aside from ones with refastenable sides or tabs, if you're gonna go, like if you're small enough to fit them, this is 125 to 165 pounds. They may change these at some point. They always do, which is fine. I love Good Nights. I will continue to wear them. And no, I'm not paid to say this. This is just my personal experience. This is my personal experience. And this is my honest experience with these. Yeah, I've had at least one of these leak, but that was primarily because I didn't position it on me properly. But I would show you what it looked like on me, but I'm not gonna go there. I'm not gonna go there. Um, because I don't like doing that because if that gets to the wrong person, yeah, a lot of trouble is going to certainly befall me. And given the fact that this is happening at a university, not saying which, given the fact it's happening at a university, that just makes things that much worse. Um, so I'll give you a look at the back of the diaper. What I do want to say is these diapers actually do have a nice scent to them. I mean, they're not strongly scented, but they do have a scent to them that smells very similar to the Love's or even a Pampers baby.
One face near bottom right edge.
My camera finally focused on the diaper. I'm thinking, yes, it did. Yeah, it finally focused on my diaper here. These good nights, and this is a good time to explain how my incontinence works. There are some days I feel like I'm confident enough to go without a diaper, but I still wear one in case I do wet or mess myself. Because there's been several near misses with accidents. And for a while I didn't wear a diaper. And I know for like 8 years at home I didn't wear diapers. But that's a whole nother story. That was because my needs back at my previous home were not being met. In fact, before I went to college, I was abused. Food taken from me, my SSI money taken from me. Nobody paid my phone bill, either my friends or I'm on SafeLink now, but my friends, prior to me finding out about SafeLink, had to pay for my phone bill. And that is where I encourage you to look at my GoFundMe video because I need some help paying for my college. Because the folks back at home never even created a college fund for me, or if they did, they used it on their own personal stuff. So, overall, the folks I used to live with are not very good people, and stay away from them, please. I know that sounds like defamation, but please stay away from them. You're going to have the same problems I did. They might seem nice to you, but that's their way of winning you over. That's their way of winning your trust. And I'm not saying criticize everyone that's being nice, because there are very good people out there who, at first sight, will win you over with their niceness. I've made several good friends this way, both here on YouTube and at the university that I study at. And I'm an informatics student. And another thing that these good nights also play well into is I have a bit of a problem staying calm and regulated. I have a bit of a problem staying calm and regulated. These keep me calm. In addition to keeping me from absolutely going to the bathroom all over myself because I can't control it, these do hold really well and they keep me calm. So aside from keeping me dry and keeping me from going to the bathroom all over things by accident, um, these also serve a purpose of keeping me calm because the padding is in that area. An interesting thing that I will tell you, and this isn't to sound inappropriate or anything. This is just purely educational, but also part of a good in-depth product review from a blind person's perspective. There are nerves down in your diaper area. There are nerves that as a baby are activated when your caregiver puts a diaper on you. Or really, if you happen to be taking care of a baby and you're watching this video, when you change their diaper and you put a fresh diaper on them, you know why they calm down so easily? It's because the diaper applies the right pressure in different areas to activate those nerves, and
One face near bottom right edge.
it serves two purposes. First off, if you're a baby and you're wearing a regular tabbed diaper, or if you're an adult baby and you're wearing these good nights, they both serve the same purpose. The padding being in certain areas activates those nerves and immediately tells your brain it's okay. Everything is okay. You're safe. And the reason this happens, I'm doing research on it, and I'll probably do a research. I'll do an informative speech for my speech comm class about diapers and the calming effects that they have on adults and other people. I'm looking to also conduct a research study at my university to see if people in my apartment building respond to diapers. In terms of, they'll try a diaper for a night or two. I want to know if they get better sleep. And that's another thing that these,
One face near bottom right edge.
because of the way that diapers like this fit, and them activating those nerves that are down in your diaper area, because there are nerves down there that will respond to that, whether you can see them or not, entirely is dependent on, because when you put one of these on, the brain senses, when you put that diaper on, your brain immediately senses that feeling of calm. Like, there are certain brain receptors that are activated when you put on a diaper, and similar to how a baby behaves after a change. And when you change your diaper and you put a fresh one on, it activates those nerve centers in the brain that basically says everything's okay. And when you're sleeping, these do affect your sleep. And this is where I say diapers like this serve twofold. If you're wearing these and you're sleeping quite hard, there's a good chance you're probably gonna wet them. Okay, that's okay. That's what these deal with. So if you feel stressed, or maybe you know somebody who is consistently stressed all the time, give diapers a shot. I mean, they're wonderful in this way. And I'm not just praising diapers just because. I'm praising diapers because I personally use them. I use them for my everyday life, not just to manage my incontinence, but I use them to deal with, I use them to stay calm. I use them so that when I say I have a tendency to act out, it's not tantrums or anything like that. It's more, I shut down. I either shut down or I'm irritable. And that is attributed to my blindness causing other problems. I haven't been tested for it, but a lot of my friends and even some people I work with say that I'm autistic. But truth be told, if I am autistic, I'm very high functioning. Because think about it, I made it to a college. I got in. And I'm excited. The fit on these Goodnights XXL, last time I had my weight checked, I weighed about 143 pounds. These fit perfect. Now I weigh closer to 150 something because I've gained weight a little bit. Actually, I don't know how much I weigh as of right now. I haven't had it checked. I don't have a scale or anything to check it with. And I'm not entirely worried about it. But another reason I wear these ties into mobility issues. Sometimes my knees, and I've had problems with this before, my knees will start to hurt. And they'll start to act like they're going to give up. And you might be like, well, you're way too young to have this happen. Trust me, I've been dealing with it for the longest time. Oh, funny story. And this is where wearing a diaper might have actually been beneficial to me. There was one night I was in my dorm at the high school, and I got up to go to the bathroom at like 11 o'clock at night. I almost didn't make it. I almost fell down in the hallway because my knees were just hurting me so bad. I almost fell down in the hallway and...
AOL, now, top story, the vaccines you need in March if you're over 50.
Okay, shut up, AOL. Anyhow, that was my AOL going off, and I was telling it to shut up. But where these could have been beneficial to me is I should have been wearing these long ago. Because sometimes I worry about my knee troubles preventing me from making it to the bathroom on time. And these do help a lot. These have saved countless bed sheets, countless pairs of pants, and if you're about my size and about my age, these Goodnights are wonderful. I mean, they promise, other than the one that wasn't in very good position, because I didn't put it on very well, they say they promise 100% leak-free nights. I can attest to that. I fully agree with them. I fully agree with them. I've had both leak-free nights and leak-free days with these, because I use them for both my daytime needs and my nighttime needs. For the most part, I have other diapers that I use primarily for my nighttime needs if I'm a particularly heavy wetter one night, because these don't deal with multiple wettings. These may deal with one big wetting, but they do not deal with multiple wettings. Now, I tend to, for the most part, dribble, but it's also possible that my dribbling can turn into a full void, which is the reason I wear these. Because first off, I don't want to be dribbling all over myself. I don't want to be dribbling in my clothes, and I don't want to be dribbling all...
One face near bottom edge.
I don't want to be dribbling all over the couch or the bed. So, these offer great protection for that, and even for a full wetting. I've had absolutely no issues with them. The tearaway sides, or even the sides in general, they feel very smooth. They feel extremely similar to a diaper that I've seen before. Now, the diapers that I've seen before, they have this thick padding all throughout, up the whole length of the diaper. And the same manufacturer that makes the Huggies baby diapers also makes these Good Nights, which is another thing I really like about them. In fact, I'm not sure that it's true or not, and I don't want to spread wrong information, but it was believed that Huggies actually manufactured Good Nights. And if that's the case, Good Nights are a very well-known brand name for bedwetting products, but I've used these to manage both urinary and bowel incontinence, and these work wonderfully for both. I know that Good Nights doesn't entirely recommend them for that, but I can definitely assure you they will hold it. I think one diaper product I will be reviewing, especially when it gets to being closer to the summer, because I'm actually going to go to my college's swimming pool. I'm going to be going to my college's swimming pool, is the SwimMates disposable swim diapers. Because there is that slight concern about bowel incontinence, a swim diaper for me is a must. And I'll be reviewing, there's at least one manufacturer that makes adult-sized versions of swim diapers. I'm going to be looking at both reusable swim diapers and disposable ones. And I may actually wear two in tandem, a reusable over a disposable, for extra protection. And I know that people are like, well, you shouldn't be talking about your personal stuff like that on YouTube. Well, if you don't, that makes less awareness. About other diapers I'm going to review, I'm going to be doing my own, from a blind person's perspective, review on the North Shore Megamax. I have tried those diapers before. They are wonderful. They are
One face near eye edge.
the tab style version of this. Now, granted, they're not designed like these are, but for an adult baby, the North Shore Megamax is a great diaper for heavy overnight use. I have used a North Shore Megamax quite heavily before, and it held it. It held on. It didn't fall off. And I've even tried shaking it off me. That thing didn't budge. That didn't move. It was on there to be on there. It was on to be on. I mean, and I tried. I even tried pulling at it from the back. Didn't move a bit. I've tried pulling at it from the back. I've tried shaking it off me. Cause the Depends, and this is where I have a bit of a problem with them. They're so easy to shake off. They don't stay on very good. At least on me, they don't. The good nights are the good nights when it comes to the ability to shake it off. I can't do that, which is good. I can pull at the back of it. Yeah, it might move, but it's not going to come off. And that's a test I do with every single diaper I try. I do the shake off test and I do the pull at the back test. Because some adult babies who might be confused, who might be regressed to the point that they're confused about their diapers and not knowing what it's for, have a tendency to just pull at the back of it and try to take it off. I've done that as a test. The Goodnights passed the back pull test and the shake off test. And they handled it just fine, even when they were full of mess. That's quite gross. But at the end of the day, now let's go over the look of these. These have many folds in them. That's not entirely how these come out of the package. Let me get one that's fresh out of the pack. Oops, I got two of them. Here's one that's fresh out of the pack. These don't have those folds in them. But because I fluffed this one up, because I'm actually going to change into it soon, these Goodnights are wonderful. Let's just put it that way. Me being totally blind, I don't entirely care about the patterns, but these do have that chevron pattern to them, which I don't entirely mind. I mean, after all I care is that my diaper does its job. That it handles everything that I need it to handle. And it keeps me calm. Because that's one of the main reasons I have to wear these, is if I don't, I have a tendency to shut down or become irritable. That's what I like to call acting out. And I have a friend who's actually going to be my adult baby caregiver. And if I'm without a diaper, you can, if you're if you're of that type, if you're that friend and I'm without a diaper, you definitely notice. Like, if you know me well enough, you'll notice if I'm got on a diaper or not. Because if I've got on a diaper, I'm calm, I'm outgoing, I'm confident. If I don't have on a diaper, I shut down. I don't really talk to people. I don't really. But mainly, I do have a legit need for these when it comes to incontinence. And no, I'm not just saying it just to say it. That tends to make a lot of people angry. And rightfully so, because there are people, and I'm not calling any one particular person out, But there are people who will fake it. That's not something I do. Because I actually have to deal with it because of stress causing damage to the very nerves that control my bladder. And sometimes I tend to have bowel incontinence too with that. It's not very often, thank God, but it does happen. And these hold it nicely. I'm going to show you the packaging. Oh, don't mind my dresser or my
One face near bottom edge.
nightstand. This is the packaging that these come in. I opened the front of it because I'm going to take more of these out. This is the packaging that these come in. I got the 24 count box of these. There was 12 in that pack. There's 12 in this pack. There's 4 left in my other
One
pack.
face near top right edge.
There's 4 left in my other pack of these. I would show you what these look like on my body, but I don't think that would be appropriate to show on YouTube. I don't believe that would be very appropriate to show on YouTube. Because, first off, that is quite personal. That involves that's just way riskier than I'm willing to actually deal with online. That's just a lot riskier than I want to be dealing with online. And I've learned enough online safety courses that you just do not post stuff like that online. And I'm not ragging on the people that actually do show themselves in their diapers, but unless you guys really request it, I'm not going to for safety's sake. I personally will not. Unless there's some way I can edit it to blur certain things out. Now, because I'm totally blind, I will go into audio description of everything I'm doing. And another nice thing about these good nights, about the packs that these come in, is these do have a nice tearaway area on the front of the pack. So, fairly easy to get out. You just open it up like a bag of chips. And these are extremely easy to wear and use. I'm going to put this other pack right here. There's 4. Oh, God, I'm about to drop it. That's not good. There's 4. Well, there's 3 here. I have the 4th one laying on my bed because I'm going to change into it. But that's what these look like stacked. That's what these look like stacked. I'm going to put these on top of this pack because I'm going to wear these. I still have... I still have 15 left in this box. 16 if you count that other one. So there's 16 left. But these are wonderful overnight
One face near bottom right edge.
underwear. These are wonderful overnight protective underwear. Really, they're diapers, but still. These are diapers disguised as regular underwear, which is nice for those who are a bit self-conscious about wearing a diaper. But you know what? I'm not self-conscious about it. Otherwise, I wouldn't be making this video.
One face near bottom left edge.
Um, I'm not self-conscious about wearing a diaper. I enjoy it. Not just because the diapers are a necessity, but at the same time, I enjoy wearing them. They feel good. They're overall wonderful. And half the time, people don't know I'm wearing them. I'll show you the back of this one more time. These are also incredibly easy to take off and put on. So if you're still able to make it to the bathroom, you just slide it down and go to the bathroom like normal. If you're not able to make it to the bathroom, and sometimes I do not even make it to the bathroom, a lot of times I don't make it to the
One
bathroom.
face near bottom right edge.
So these are important. A lot of times I do not make it to the bathroom. So I really thank God these exist.
Near bottom left edge.
I don't have a regular children's pull-up to compare these to. Huggies actually did make a version of this diaper, but it had like the more it had more like the rougher feeling stretchy sides. These are smooth,
One face near bottom left edge.
very thinly rippled sides. These are smooth, very thinly rippled sides. But when you stretch them out, it feels like smooth fabric. When you're wearing these and you're stretching them out, this is as far as I'm going to go with this. But that is the side of mine that's on my body right now. That's the side of mine. I'll pull this up a bit. That's the side of mine. You can see how it's got this smooth texture to it. You can see where it actually attaches to. It's got this smooth texture to it. These tearaway seams are very easy for me to use. I've had absolutely no problems. I know they market these towards teenagers and older children, but adults use them too. And that's why I would encourage Goodnights
One face near bottom left edge.
making them for adults.
Near bottom right edge.
And
Near bottom left edge.
done this exactly as I expected them to do. This is their first foray, though they intend to market these towards older children, teenagers who still wet the bed. These are a very viable adult diaper.
One face near bottom edge.
As well. These are a very viable adult diaper. They're very
Near bottom left
easy
edge.
to get in stores. A good friend of mine bought them online for like $30.
Near bottom right edge.
For 24.
Near bottom edge. Near bottom left edge.
I plan on
Near bottom right edge.
count box. Sorry about that. My screen reader is misbehaving. I'll get the 54 count box. And I'll explain, because the reason they say packaging may vary, because they actually had different runs of these at one point. I'm not entirely sure which batch my box came from, but I'm curious about why they don't stamp the batch number on each diaper. Because that would actually help in figuring out what batch these came from. But I would encourage Goodnights to actually make a triple XL and a quad XL. I would definitely encourage Goodnights to make a triple XL and a quad XL. And I would love to review if they make a
One face near bottom left edge.
end up making a triple XL Goodnights. I would definitely review it, or even the quad XL, because in that these
Near bottom edge.
though these are
Near bottom
store-bought-
left edge. Speech off.
Though these are store-bought diapers, they're extremely protective. They hold a lot. At least for my needs. They hold more than I'm... Half the time I don't end up using the whole diaper. Half the time I don't fill the whole diaper in one go. I dribble little bits at a time and that's it. But sometimes without warning it turns to a full void, and that's what I need that extra protection for, is when it does that. And I'll show you why these manage bowel incontinence. It's let me get the phone in here. It's these leak guards right there and right there. This is big enough to stretch out and hold quite a large mess. Like, and these stretch pretty good. These have really strong stretchy sides. Compared to the Depends, I'm stretching this out. Compared to Depends, these are a lot better. If you happen to fit these are a lot better than Depends. And trust me, I've had many problems with Depends. From them easily being able to just slip off of me when full, to consistently leaking on my bed. I've just not had a good experience with Depends. Because I've had issues with them leaking on my bed. I've even had blowouts out of the sides. I've not had good experience with Depends. So I tend to stay away from them as a general rule of thumb, unless they are all I can get. And then again, they would end up, at least for me, they'd have to be changed every 4 hours. Otherwise, I leak. These Goodnights, I can go a solid 5 or 6 hours without needing a change during the day. I could even go, there was one time I was able to go a whole day without wetting or messing in one of these. And that was just because my bladder and bowels were behaving properly that day. But a lot of the time when I'm wearing these because my bladder and occasionally my bowels are not behaving properly. Meaning I can't control them very good. And so these do help a ton with bladder incontinence and bowel incontinence. These might be a little thin for some people, but these are just the perfect absorbency for me. the leak guards go from end to end of the diaper. The leak guards on the diaper go from end to end, and they really do go up this back area. Oh, and that's another more brownie points for good nights, because these are more blind friendly than most other diapers. These are more blind friendly than most any other diaper, because at least those that are pull-ups, depends, though they're folded a certain way, when you unfold them, and I don't have a Depends to do this with because I don't buy them. I might get a small sample pack just to use up for whatever I want to use them for. They are not going to go in my regular routine of diapers because I don't trust that they're not going to leak everywhere. But one thing that makes these good nights so wonderful, these are the boys' good nights. These are the boys' good nights. The zone protection on these is wonderful. I have nothing but good things to say about these. Nothing but good things to say about these. The back has this part on it. The padding is about 3 inches away from the waistband. These waistbands, though they aren't as stretchy, the sides make up for a lot of the stretch needed in these. Also have a very good stretchy waistband. I have other diapers that do not have the stretchy waistband. I have diapers from CVS Health that actually, in terms of crinkle and scent and everything, they resemble Love's a lot. And part of me thinks the same manufacturer that makes the Love's diapers also makes those CVS Health stretch fit diapers as well. With the little Velcro sides on them. And I have to wonder if, because they use that same crinkly plastic as a Love's diaper, if the same manufacturer that makes the Love's also happens to make those CVS Health diapers. Tell me in the comments below if that's the case. Because they also have, though it's lighter scenting, they do have a scent to them. The cloth backing on these is pretty nice. It feels really babyish, which is kind of what I like about these. These have that protective look to them. They really look like a serious diaper. These are very hardy diapers. They can handle a lot. These are very hardy, very protective diapers. So, enough talking about diapers for almost an hour. Speaking of that, enough talking about diapers for a whole hour. So there's that. thank you all for watching. I will definitely be doing more diaper reviews. I'm also going to get some other stuff to review as well. A lot of my product reviews that I do here on the channel are primarily because I like something and I want other people to be able to make an informed decision when they buy the particular product that I'm reviewing. So that's why I do these product reviews. Not because I'm sponsored by the makers of the products, and I am not sponsored by them. It's more of I like them. They've did a wonderful job for me. Or for things I might not like, that's sort of a cautionary tale to, if you experience those same problems, to not use that particular product. I do have a policy of honesty in my product reviews. I don't lie for people. If there is a flaw with a product, I'm definitely going to be constructive about it and point it out. These good nights, in my eyes, are perfect in every way. So, good nights if you do listen to this. If the folks that make these good nights listen to this, your product is wonderful. I will continue to buy them and use them. Up until I outgrow them. But I do encourage you guys to continue making larger sizes of these and actually make in this same way, in this same design, a Goodnight's Triple XL or even a Goodnight's Quad XL. But I do encourage the Triple XL because that will allow even more people to buy your product and allow even more people, even adults, to enjoy the comfort, the protection that these offer. They offered me that comfort and that protection, and they do a very good job of doing it. All right, that's the end of this one. I said it would be the end of this, but...
Speech on. 58 minutes. Face near top. 50. Pause recording. Take picture. Stop recording video. Button.
Okay, so there's that. There's that. So that's the end of that. Thank you for watching. And good nights. Definitely think of making the Triple XL. Trust me, you'll get a lot more customers. You'll get a lot more customers that way. Good Nights is a wonderful product. I encourage people to buy them and use them. Even if they are adults, if you're within the weight range of the XXL Good Nights, buy and use them. You will not regret it. Buy them and use them. You will not regret it.
Stop recording video.